training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. 30. 10. 5. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Texans.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
Well, let's be honest. A lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
Yeah, exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here's a 6-year man, Austin Eckler. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Here's Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert, escaping the pressure right. He finds his target, Allen. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd and 12, Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carter. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers march right down the field on the opening drive to take a first-quarter lead.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their own 19-yard line. They run with a rookie from Florida, Dameon Pierce. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
First and 10, it's Pierce. And some room to work. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. First down, they go right back to Pierce. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The Texans at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be
touchdown, Texans. Brevin Jordan, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Charger drive about to get going. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. 23 yards on the play.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw here, Herbert. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off.
And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone. Well, we just saw something you don't ordinarily see, and that's him trying to deep ball after throwing a pick 6 on his previous pass. Normally, they give him something safe to get his confidence back. Instead, they let him fire it downfield, albeit unsuccessfully.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Davion Taylor drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing with the...
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Up the middle with Eckler. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 25 on second down. Herbert, they'll find Everett there, complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
To the outside, that's complete to Williams. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Second down and 12 at the 19-yard line. Now it's Herbert. He rifles one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And the Texans are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On the jet sweep, they get this to Cooks. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down forthcoming. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Fourth down, Mills.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going.
And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly.
They'll start by running the option to the right.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this one is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try to throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
In motion left comes Williams. A final shot before the break for Herbert. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked up by Christian Harris.
20. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will take us to the end of the 1st half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this 2nd half, and they trail as we get back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect 2nd half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with fun.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the 1st half have now followed them into the 2nd half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Here's Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, Parker, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
It's a sack. Downs. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Pierce now up the middle, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Ka'imi Fairbairn comes on. A 33-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Fairbairn is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On fourth down, here's Stick. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. A run here with Pierce. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
Quickly out wide to Mechie. Touchdown! John Mechie with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Eckler, they run left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. Here's Stick looking to throw. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, L.A. Austin Eckler halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Chargers are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point right down the middle. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? He was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. They'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down.
Kyle Van Noy in on the stop. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second down and 8.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
110 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They're going to go play action now with Stick.
This is swung out to Eckler. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Here's Stick on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where was that all game? or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 24. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, fourth quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
Asante Samuel Jr. there finding his way to the ball for a stop and a tackle behind the line of scrimmage. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Off the play fake, Mills. And that will be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Another try after the first down sack. Stick. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Harris. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. On third down, here's Pierce. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.